Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 3 of the league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on April 11th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Twilight, Masquerade pre-releases. Thursday, May 16th, 6 p.m., and Saturday, May 18th, 1 p.m. League Cup, Saturday, May 18th at 11 a.m. League Challenge, Thursday, May 23rd at 6 p.m. and GLC Gym Leader Challenge, Thursday, May 30th at 6 p.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, Dialga Metang. On the right, Charizard, Pidgeot, it looks like. And they are opening things up with that Buddy Buddy Poffin. That item allows that player to search their deck for 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less, 2 basic Pokemon of course, to add to their bench. A couple of Charmander being found here off of that Buddy Poffin. And it looks like that's it for the turn, as they pass things over to our Dialga player, who attaches an energy to the active Dialga V, puts down that Full Metal Lab, and I think they're going to pass things back over to our Charizard player. Let's take a peek at what the Full Metal Lab does. That Stadium card says all Metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. Our Charizard player on their second turn now plays a second Buddy Buddy Poffin to find another Charmander. And I think I see an Arven in hand. So as long as one of the pieces are in the hand already or accessible, then we can see a Charizard this turn. Just depends on what's in hand. Looks like they might be having a slow start as well. I think you still Arven to find something to help you at least establish a Charmeleon if you cannot get to the full Charizard EX this turn. But we'll see what they can manufacture here. Our Dialga player definitely missed out on getting those crucial Beldum down on their first turn. So either way, the Charizard player has some time, as an Arven is played here to search the deck for a item card and a Pokemon tool card. Of course, something like that Ultra Ball can find the Charmeleon, but just depends if there's something in enough things in hand that can be discarded to pay the cost of that Ultra Ball. Maybe more or a tool that's not useful right away can be grabbed and used as discard fodder here with the Ultra Ball. But it looks like they're eyeing up a Nest Ball actually, just to establish more bench Pokemon. Maybe get that Rotom down and draw some more cards. I think there's the Charmeleon that appears to be available. Still resolving Arven here. So our player has some options, but definitely just want to pick something that'll get you closer to getting the Charizard into play on the next turn if it cannot happen this turn. So Arven for Nest Ball. Nest Ball finds that Rotom to add to the bench. I think a tool card should have still been grabbed off of the Arven there to get it out the deck, but energy attached to the active Pidgey, it retreats into a Charmander. And I think we are going to shuffle things up and finally see an instant charge. Rotom has the instant charge ability that says you can draw 3 cards, and when you use that ability, your turn ends. Our Dialga player finds a Dialga V-Star, and it evolves. Energy attached to it as well, followed by an Arven of their own. I imagine this Arven is going to find a Buddy Buddy Poffin. The Dialga can take a KO on the opposing Charmander if they decide to go that route. Just depends on what kind of build of Dialga this is and what the Dialga player decides to actually go for. As the Buddy Buddy Poffin is grabbed off of the Arven, Buddy Buddy Poffin finds a couple of Beldum finally hitting the bench there. Oh, I just realized we have the matching playmat as well for our Dialga player. Very nice. Alright, and then Origin Form Dialga V-Star will use its Metal Blast attack, 40 plus. This attack does 40 more damage for each metal energy attached to this Pokemon, swinging for 80 right now, more than enough to KO the opposing Charmander, and play resumes over on its side. Charmander on the bench evolves into a Charmeleon. And we are looking for that rare candy Charizard. Start applying pressure on this Dialga V-Star on the other side of the table. As an Arven is played, maybe an Ultra Ball can be grabbed and held for the next turn to evolve the Charmeleon on the bench to a Charizard EX. Really just depends on what's in that player's hand and what strategies they have in mind, of course. Let's see if they get a tool this time. Still opting for not grabbing a tool card off of the Arven. Ultra Ball being played now to discard a couple cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. Ooh, a couple supporters hitting the discard here. That would have been no problem back in the day with Versus Seeker around, but nowadays there must be some good things in that hand to want to discard some supporters, and it looks like the rare candy actually was ready to go in hand, so that's nice. Ultra Ball found the Charizard EX. Rare candy allows that Charmander to evolve into that Charizard EX. Skipping the middle evolution, Charizard EX comes into play, and when it does, its Infernal Rain, I believe it's called, ability activates. Either way, its ability allows the player to search their deck for up to 3 fire energy and attach them to their Pokemon in any way you like. 2 of them going on to the active Charizard, 1 onto the bench Charmeleon. Choice Belt also gets attached to the active Charizard EX. That does plus 30 damage to opposing Pokemon V. 18. So pretty much just negating the full Metal Lab. I think we're still swinging for 210 damage right here. Threatening the 2-shot. Play resumes over on Dialga's side. Metang hits the board now, evolving there, and it uses its ability, Metal Maker. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You can attach any metal energy you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the rest of the cards and put them at the bottom of the deck, but it looks like it was a big miss off of that Metal Maker there. 0 metal energy found, I believe. And we're looking for another Metang, potentially another Dialga, or even that, not Zacian. Zamazenta could be cool here. Just need another attacker established this turn as an Ultra Ball is played, discarding a couple cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. So now will it be the follow-up attacker or another Metang? We have a Metang at the front of the deck there. It looks like they are actually going to go for the backup attacker, finding that Dialga V and putting it onto the bench here. Okay, Metal Energy attached to that bench Dialga V. And I think we're just swinging into this Charizard as hard as we can. 120 damage. I think it would just be 80. I think there are only 2 metal energy on that. active Dialga V-Star. It may not be relevant here, so just let me know in the comments what I missed, if I missed anything. It looks like there's 120 damage on that Charizard. Maybe there is another energy on the active Dialga V-Star and I missed a hit from the Metal Maker. Either way, setting up a two-shot here on the opposing Charizard EX. Play resumes over on its side. Collapse Stadium being put into play, countering the Full Metal Lab and allowing both players to only have 4 Pokemon on their bench. And then an Iono is fired off here. That supporter has both players shuffle their hands, put them at the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards from the top equal to their remaining prize cards. The Dialga player gets 5 cards here, and the Charizard player gets 6. Would be nice to evolve the bench Charmeleon into Charizard EX, give it more HP. The Collapse Stadium may have been nice to hang on to potentially get that Rotom out of play, but I see why they did it. Why they put it in play, because they were going to play Iono, and Charizard will attack the opposing Dialga V-Star for a knockout, taking 2 prizes. Dialga V promoted into the active spot, and play resumes over on its side. Dialga V-Star would be very nice to find here. But first, going to start things off with the Metal Maker. Looking at the top 4 cards of the deck, it looks like there were 3 hits actually there. Yep, 3 Metal Energy being attached to that active Dialga V. The other card put to the bottom of the deck. Now, Dialga V can swing for 180. I believe that would be enough to KO the opposing Charizard. No, not enough. 180 plus 120, I think that's currently on the Charizard. Just gets to 300. That Charizard has too much HP. Full Metal Lab put back into play, reducing that attack damage to Metal Pokemon. There is a Rotom in the Dialga player's hand, but what do you do here? You can attack, but you're not getting a KO. And then I think you get KO'd on the following turn if you don't evolve into that Dialga V-Star. Dialga V has its second attack is for 4 energy, 180 damage, as a Mawile hits the bench here. Basic switching into that Mawile. I think it's just a sacrificial Mawile at this point, unless it can be combined with a counter catch or anything like that. Nope, just a Rotom instant charge there for drawing 3 cards. Okay, the video camera died here, and then I was able to get it plugged in and recording again. So some things were skipped, or some turns were skipped here. Let's see if we could tell what happened exactly. No. So it kind of looks like the Charizard player was able to take a KO. Actually, a lot happened as our Dialga player is down to 1 or 2 prizes themselves. So we'll just kind of hop right into the board state here, just for the sake of the video. Turns happened, prizes were taken. We're currently at the point of a Dialga V in the active spot, staring down a Radiant Charizard with like 3 energy on it. So still a close game, but potentially not looking good for our Dialga player, as they don't even have the V-Star in play yet, and 1 energy on the active Dialga V. They're resolving Arven currently. You'll have to ask these players what happened while the camera was dead, get the inside scoop of all the masterful moves that were made off camera. Looking for Arven. An Ultra Ball can be found, but no, I think there's just one card in hand. Yeah. This game would have definitely been awesome to see in its entirety. But at least we were able to capture what we can. Arven is going to find a earthen vessel. That item card allows you to discard a card and search the deck for 2 basic energy cards. 2 metal, of course, will be found here. And I think we are probably just attaching to the active Dialga V and using its first attack metal coating to accelerate some energy to itself from the discard pile. I imagine the Radiant Charizard attacked last turn, so it cannot attack this turn, but no, they must have game. It must be able to attack this turn, as our Dialga player sees the writing on the wall and concedes the game to our Charizard player here. What do you think of this video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience with the technical difficulties on this game, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.